Iasu Malagido. Toronto is going to fucking shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Everything from online scams to fucking doctors and hospitals. Jesus fucking Christ. 2025 by 2030. Hopefully we'll get past the recession and oh yeah, I forgot. It's a blind date or online date or some kind of dating is fucked, man. I know it's a long ass intro, and I usually talk about something else right now, but you know what? I'm just having a fucking shitty day, so fuck it. Welcome to the Malaka podcast, Computer Love, Part 71.
Can you tell us about yourself?
Mainly, I'm a sports broadcaster.
Sample yun ng linyahan na sinasabi sa ano.
This is the Malaka Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
Oh, astig, astig.
So, my name is Ryan. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Paris, actually.
Hala, pag ganun, LDR. Linisip agad!
You can call me Mark. I'm from South, from San Pedro, Laguna, and I also have my own business.
Actually, parang magkakaiba sila ng vibe eh. Hobby parang gusto, prim and proper, prepared. So si Ryan, ayan, kulot. Si Mark, parang chill guy. And tingnan natin, how's the bounce?
Holy fucking shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, if you didn't understand a word of that, then I mean, you're not alone. I only played that because one, I'm from Toronto, and I'm gonna assume by like I don't know 2035, unless you can actually speak Filipino, you're not going to be able to function in Toronto. So I mean that should be a good start there. Second, that's racist. Fuck off, Gen Z. Second, everybody's doing the whole, these sketches on YouTube nowadays with, blind dates. You can only see the people's feet, and I'm just happy if a woman has feet, and this one they're talking Filipino, and there's something about blind dates and hair, and anybody with hair is clearly doing better than I am. But the point is, this is the new norm. Going online and trying to see what you can find, and people are like, hey, you know what? Why don't we expose these people too? And they should be miserable like everybody else, and put them online, and just see what kind of story we can develop here. And if we can get these people a date, I think we can get any people a date here. They hide their face, and one of them holding a trophy or something. And I you know what? I don't care. As you can tell from the intro before, I'm in a very shitty mood today. I don't even feel like doing this podcast. In a way, I wanted to do this podcast just to, I don't know, see if it was going to lighten up my day. I don't think it is. How much time do I got left here? Holy fuck. Every podcast I do, I want to make it at least a half hour. So, what is this, 20? Yeah, almost 4 minutes here. Fuck, I got, let's see, let's do some subtraction here. It's 26 minutes. Holy fuck. Okay. Listen, the point is, listen, online dating is fucked. I mean, we all know that. I mean, for the most part, like, ladies, I can't help you. Guys, I don't know if you're feeling that horny, especially if you're older, just jerk off and go to bed. I mean, there's no point in going on anymore. It's just going to get worse. Prices are going up. So, of course, that's a bigger risk for us guys to, spend money on the date and get absolutely nothing. Yeah, I know it makes me sound like a dick, but listen, I'm just, if I got to be the one to sacrifice, for all the assholes out there, so fucking be it. That's just the way it is, ladies. I mean, I'm getting to a point in my life where I just want to meet a good woman who can cook and, bring dessert and, like Lloyd Banks used to say, treat my dick like it's the Last Supper, Or, what's that? I'm sorry, suck my dick like it's the Last Supper. There you go. What Whatever happened to that guy? I don't know. G Unit fell apart there. I don't know. 50 Cent's still going with his TV shows. I don't know. Lloyd Banks is still making good albums, though. I mean, it's more independent, but yeah, you know, I mean, if she likes rap music, whatever. But the point is, you know, it gets to a point in our lives, you know, and you can feel the frustration in my voice today. What a fucking shitty day I had. Like, as soon as I woke up today, I just, you know, you ever have one of those days, ladies and gentlemen, you wake up and you just know it's going to be a fucking shitty day. You just know. Ronnie Dangerfield had a great thing. You just wake up and he's like, you know, and like you just wake up to the heaviness, you know, and being a fat person, it just adds to the fucking heaviness, you know, and it gets to a point where, you know, the heaviness becomes your best friend, you know, and you're like, oh, hi, heaviness, how are you? You know, oh yeah, you'll be drinking early today. Oh yeah, I tell you. I took my wife to a dog show. She won. The point is, two things. One, I missed the fuck out of Rodney Dangerfield. My God. Oh, Caddyshack. You know, Me Wally Sparks. Easy Money. You know, Back to School, and you know, and now we have, and now now we have Barbie as a movie. Yeah, fucking yeah, that'll save us. The point is, I don't know what the point is anymore. I don't. All I know is that online dating is shitty, and I'd like to thank my 3 fans out there. You know, for holding it down. I really do. I wanna thank you guys. I really do. Thank you for being here, and you know, if you guys want to be miserable pricks like me, just you know, add to my podcast here. That's you know, the handle, whatever they call it. I don't know. Getting a handle when I was younger, that meant something different. But the point is, it's at the Malaka Podcast 416. If you're a Chuck Norris fan. Yeah, has anybody else missed the 80s? No. At the Chuck Norris channel. So both channels are on YouTube, and you know, TikTok. If you know, if you know, your brain is going and you can only concentrate on something for 5 seconds, and you wonder why the movie industry is doing bad. You have people hooked on TikTok, and you expect them to go into a dark room for 2 hours, not on their phone, and shut the fuck up. Yeah, and you wonder why movies are losing money. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, so my TikTok channel, great things there, at the Malaka Podcast 647. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's try to get through this. I'm sorry if I'm in a shitty mood, but I'm you know, like the frustration of life. My God, I mean, fucking doctors, fucking scams and jobs. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, it is just a fucking mess out there. Fuckity fuck. The bell always makes me happy. But the point is, let's tell some beautiful stories here. All right. So that's one woman here. You know, I had the you know, unfortunate time of talking to. Let's see what she says here. First off, it should have been a red flag. As soon as you know, if you again, I get it. People like dogs for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's, you know, because it's, you know, cheaper than having a kid, I guess. You know, that's fine, I guess. But if you see a picture of somebody online here with a dog, and I mean, clearly I mean, if she takes a picture, you know, she's smiling away, like, you know, probably the nut she is. And I don't know. I mean, you know, has she been a Cam H? I don't know. Who knows? A Cam H is a mental hospital we have in Canada. I don't know. Seems like every few weeks or so, somebody just escapes from it. Then I don't know. They find them later on. Who knows? Tried to apply for security there. Why? Because I hate myself. But the point is, she's smiling her ass off, and her dog. She's holding her dog in her hand here. And like the dog is a little thing there, and the dog is looking at her like, you know, like beady-eyed, like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like one of those. So that to me should have been a clear sign to stay away from this broad. But anyways, I love the outdoors. Fuck one of those. I'm kind and respectful. I have a career that I love. Not interested in pen pals, not interested in friendships, not interested in swingers. Okay, so at this point, the pen pal swingers, she's a little older. Looking for a nice man. Yeah, good luck. She put some emoji signs. I don't know what they look like. They look like coupons or something. I don't know what they are. Future boyfriend in brackets. All right. He is employed, loves his life, and wants to spend his days laughing and smiling together. Okay. Oh, God. Who knows? Maybe she's fine. We'll see here. And then she said, well, hello there. I came across your profile. Your pictures are great. Your taste and t-shirts are exquisite. All right, so far so good. I'd like to know more about you if you're interested. I live in, whatever, somewhere that's outside my town, of course. And by the way, and that's another thing too, like some of these sites, like you put in specifically what they want. And they're like, oh, please, we want to help you, So you put in specifics like, okay, I want to meet someone in this city. I want to meet someone that's certain kilometers away. I want to meet someone who's sane, and then they give you the complete opposite, so I mean, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, what is the point? Like, I live in Toronto. I swear to God, guys, they've recommended me women in Ohio. Okay, I can't make this shit up. I mean, I don't. I'm sure Ohio is awesome. Okay, I think they have like potatoes there or something. But it doesn't help my shit. So. I have a full-time job, a career that allows me to have the summers off. Okay, well, Chi, what career do you have where you always have the summers off? Let me think. Okay, so, oh, God. Honestly, kudos for her for having that job and actually still smiling, because I don't know how anybody can have that career and still be smiling all the time, especially in today's world. Jesus. But I said, well, thank you very much for the lovely words. You have a beautiful smile. I mean, she got me on a good day, I guess. She does have a nice smile. I'm just pissed off, ladies and gentlemen. How much time do I have? 18 minutes. Okay. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask. Okay, so I'm trying here. And then she goes on a hell of a rant here. Yeah, I didn't even get her number. I'm still talking to her online here. Okay. Something tells me it's probably going to be for the best, but let's continue here. Thank you. And the saying goes for you. If you'd like to ask me any questions, feel free to go for it. So I'm going to let you know what I'm looking for. Again? Okay. I'm looking to connect, meet up, have a cup of coffee. By the way, let's just be honest with ourselves. I mean, a cup of coffee could mean a cup of coffee. It really could be, I've gone on dates with women. I've invited them to my place for coffee. I probably haven't bought coffee since, I don't know, 2004. So, it means, it could mean a lot of things. I think in this case, it does actually mean she wants to go out for coffee. I'm going to assume that. So, go for a walk in the park or any which way we do our first meet. See if we catch some vibes. If we do, let's spend time together and we'll go from there. I don't think drink because I'm a lightweight. Well, if you just have one drink and you're fucked, yeah, you pretty much are. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke weed or vape. I have a great career that I love and proud of. I have 2 adult children, 20 and 24. The 20-year-old is still back and forth between mom and dad's house. Again, again, this is way too much information. I didn't fucking meet her. I have a 4-year-old grandson. Oh Jesus. Okay, so now I gotta have the fucking grandma rocking chair vision in my head here for a coffee date, or in this case, herbal grey tea. My personality is very lighthearted. I mean, it should be. And I like to laugh. I'm usually making a few jokes here and there. I try not to sweat the small stuff. I love the outdoors and anything around the water. I have 2 small dogs. Yeah, I met one of them. I enjoy traveling. I'm a morning person. Oh, fuck. With high energy. Ugh. I wake up smiling and cheerful. First of all, your profession. Who wakes up cheerful? Nobody. I've learned to tone down a bunch of laughing faces. She must be nuts. Not a lot of us out there. Yeah, no shit. Just saying, my height is 5'2". Sometimes it's 5'3" with my shoes on. Sometimes it's 5'5" with what the fuck is she rambling about? All my pictures are of the last 2 weeks when I opened my account and started. And there's that coupon emoji again. I don't know what the fuck that is. If I don't hear back in 20 minutes, I'm going to assume that I put you to sleep. That's okay. I understand. I mean, this message will self-destruct in 5 minutes. Or is it 5 seconds? Or I don't know, whatever. Fuck. Either way, I'm going to... Oh, Christ, the way I move these days, I'm probably not going to make it anyway. But, I just wrote back, like, holy novel Batman. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and is that it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm going to assume this went nowhere. So, again, you might want to, hi, how are you? How are things? This is what I'm looking for. That's it. It's too much. It's too fucking much. You wake up early in the morning and you're happy. Who the fuck wakes up early in the morning happy? Especially at her age. And the profession she has to do. She must be fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Maybe deep down she's a good person. I don't know. But she's not my kind of good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. This can't be real. This can't be life. Oh. Oh. That's a Jay-Z song, right? Yeah. And I think Kanye West took the same drums that from the Dr. Dre explosive track. Explosive. Fuck, that was... Kanye went nuts, man, but, will we ever see Detox? Who knows? Maybe Detox after these fucking shows. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, just try to keep it short. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure it went downhill from there. And oh yeah, how much time I got here? 11 minutes. Okay, good. All right. So one other message I got here. I don't even know this one. I don't know this one. She said a bunch of shit, and I even told her. A lot of times people message me. I think they're having their own little conversation, and I just message her like, I don't know what that means, and again, like, I always hate when I ask a question, a very simple question, like, where are you from? What do you do? And like, they just trail off. They never answer it. So I can't stand that. So I even go back. I go like, well, the second question was like, how is this place? Just I don't know, make sure I'm not talking to fucking AI here. So, and then she starts describing like where she's from, and it's I try to make sense of it, or maybe she's talking about her apartment. I don't know, but she said here, the empty screw holes are from the hook that I used to be there. Every cheesy bathroom door has this cheesy hooks, and somebody had wrote that in there. I guess you're not part of that joke. LOL. Sorry for your loss. I love, the place she's from. So I at this point I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care. You're nuts. I'm like, oh, okay, no worries. I'm just trying to keep it Canadian here, cool. Like, what do you do for a living? She does this. I do my bullshit security, which, holy fuck, I had a whole fucking thing. Listen, I'm going to do a whole podcast on Paladin Security. It's spelled Paladin. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're associated with these people, or you're going to think of hiring these people or work for them, don't fucking do it. I'm telling you, please, don't fucking do it. Okay? This company is horrible. I'm going to do a whole podcast. I got a bunch of shit on these people, but my God, it is just a fucking disaster. But anyways, and then of course I said security. She said rent a cop, she makes a laugh face. Too far. Okay, I'm gonna crash. Sweet dreams. Never heard that one before. Never heard that one before. So I'm like, I just basically told her in my own little way, like, you're not funny. I said, we're just going to keep this laugh factory going on, or, and that's the thing too, like when you talk to someone online who's like you have no idea what they're saying, it kind of rubs off, on you, and then like you're just like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna act stupid, I'm just gonna say stupid shit, and like I don't even know what that means, laugh factory. I don't know. I think it's a comedy club somewhere in the States. I don't know. Well, who knows? But then again, you just turn stupid too, right? So, and she keeps talking, and I said, I thought you were going to bed, so a lot of people do that too. They say they're going to bed, which, I assume is a subtle way of telling me to fuck off. But then I call them on their shit, and then they keep talking, and I'm an asshole, so I got to call them on their shit, and it's just a constant shithole, and it just never fucking ends. And I don't know. It's, what, fuck it. It just went downhill from there. But the point is, I told her text me, she didn't, and I don't know, because I'd love to be tortured, I guess. You're asking to ask you a million questions. No, I didn't, you dummy. Like, just text me something, anything, nothing. No, okay. So the point is, right off the bat, a lot of times if a person's nuts, or you're just not going to get along. And listen, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. Let's be honest. More than likely, it's probably their fault. But I'm just kidding. Not really. But the point is, you try to just make sense of anything these days, and again, maybe, this is something that I've only experienced the last few years, but a lot of women out there, I'm seeing more older women online. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm 43, so I might end up talking to somebody who, and again, like, how you pick like the age, like I put most of the times like 30 to 35 to, 40 to 45, keep it in the age range, whatever, right? But then it'll give you someone who's, I don't know, 56 and, older than 50. And again, I don't have a problem if you're older. Sometimes I get along with some people, sometimes I don't. Sometimes they go right off the bat, like, you seem a little younger, a little more mature. And Listen, one thing I've learned over the years is immaturity has nothing to do with age. It's all mentality. Sure, you reach a certain age and you should be more mature. It's something that, we all should, inspire to be, blah, blah, blah. But, like in the end, it's just a mentality thing. And a lot of it is, all the shit that you go through. Especially with online dating. I mean, online dating, forget it. It'll make you a fucking sour puss like me. But, what are you going to do? But then I wouldn't have this many podcasts, right? Exactly. It's all entertainment, folks. Not really. These are all actually true things that happened to me. Oh. So again, I say that to say this because I went on a date with this one older woman and she looked good. She looked really good. I mean, she took these pictures that, maybe a little photoshopped. You can tell. She told me, they're photoshopped, whatever. And, she's, okay, she's wearing a dress that is almost like the white version of a Sexy Red. There's my recent rap reference for you. Thank you. I could have said Little Kim or Foxy Brown, but I don't know. Apparently they got into they didn't start liking each other because they were on a photo shoot one day and they were fighting over a dress or a coat or some shit. And I guess that could happen with gay guys, but that would never happen with guys. I don't know. Maybe a pair of sneakers, maybe. But point is, ladies and gentlemen, she looked good. Okay, we had a good little rapport on the phone. Why not? Let's keep this going, huh? So I make arrangements to see her. Okay, and sometimes you just get this feeling in your big old gut, and you think to yourself, she's not going to show up, or she's totally going to forget. Because even in my head, I'm like, she works this like midnight shift, and I don't know, she seems very, I don't want to say loosey goosey, because that implies that she's a hooer. I don't think she is. She told me about her whole history there, and I don't know. I mean, some girls, yeah, you do get the idea. This isn't their first dick around. You know what I mean? So this girl, you could tell she's been, her ex treated her like shit. It's a whole thing there. So yeah, I didn't like hearing that, but what are you gonna do? Nothing I can do. I don't know. If I told you the city she lived in, I don't know. First of all, it's not the best anyway, but I don't know. Is it better than Toronto? No. But the point is, I just had a feeling she was not going to, show up that day. And, she didn't even message me till hours after she was supposed to come by. And I knew she worked a midnight shift. I knew she wasn't going to show up because of that reason. And there's a whole thing there. She said she slept in. She had people literally come over to fix her apartment while she was sleeping. A whole bunch of guys. Listen. We're all thinking the obvious jokes here, but at the same time, who knows? The point is, she seemed very, I don't know what's the best way to put it, just lazy. Almost defeated, you know what I mean? And you could tell, the ex, sucked the life out of her, Again, it's sad to say that. I'm not trying to make a joke out of this, but, And then, I messaged her, of course, and I'm like, I just knew she wasn't going to come. So I'm like, so much for the date, So I'm like, so what went wrong? And then she messaged me, a few hours that she was supposed to be here. And she's like, oh, nothing. I thought you hated the heat. Now, it is true, I do hate the heat, but we still made arrangements. And it wasn't that hot. It was 20-some degrees, which is okay. It's not like one of the worst dates I mentioned before, where I had to, at nighttime, it was almost almost 40. To me, it almost felt like 40. Dealing with the mosquitoes, and it's a pain in the ass. I don't like it. It's not fat man friendly, ladies and gentlemen. And, she said, I figured you wanted to do it a little later. But again, you have to tell me that. You can't just, sleep in and make it all about you. So, of course, she didn't understand that, But she's like, I'm sorry, I had people in and out of my house all day trying to fix things. I was told I had to stay here so they could finish their work. So I mentioned before that, she did do that, which is weird because, I mean, the whole time she was sleeping. So, like, even if you went out to see me, like, it's not like you'd be missing anything. You're still sleeping, you miss them, you come see me. You're, like, you know what I'm saying here, folks? I mean, it didn't, yeah, so something, I don't know. It's like the old guy said in Ace Ventura, the engine's running, but no one's behind the wheel. You know what I mean? So she's one of those people. She's like, you're probably not going to believe me. Yeah, no shit. Anyways, but I slept all day till now. Yeah, no, I believe it. It's called depression. And I'm like, yeah, but you still could have told me. She's like, yeah, I hear you. It doesn't sound weird. That's why I said you probably won't believe me. No, it's weird. I had to make sure the work was done before they left. Of course you did. Of course you did. That's why you're asleep the whole time, because, if they did a bad job, then, once you wake up, which, by the way, I would have loved to see that scene where people are working in their, in your apartment the whole time, and then, some guy, hey, lady, hey, why don't you check it out and see if we did a good job? Yeah. Anyways, they fixed the plumbing, shower. Yeah, I don't care. So I said, oh, so let's meet up the next day. So we met up the next day, and she said, as you wish. And I'm like, I'm not looking for fucking I dream a genie here. I'm just dreaming of a normal woman at this point, which is never going to happen. But the point is, we met up, and we just went to go get some ice cream, and she says she's very scared of this city. I mean, surprise, surprise, she's not from Toronto, and that's the number one thing people always complain about is the traffic. And well, I've already gone 2 minutes over 30 minutes. Fuck it, let's just finish this shit. And then she tells me this like experience when she was younger, and she came to Toronto, and it was winter, and she was, walking with her mother, and, she pointed at her mother and said, hey, Mom, there's some guy laying on the sidewalk, and, I don't know, to her that was, like, really scary. To me, that's just another day on Danforth. And, and she's like, they tried to help him and whatever, and then they found out that the guy was dead. So, again, I mean, that'll, I'm almost positive that has affected her since, from then till the date we're on right now. But again, I'm not trying to make light of this. I do feel bad for her. I mean, yeah, I mean, those Canadian winters, man, they can be rough. So, it is what it is. I mean, can we do more for the homeless here? Absolutely. But would our mayor, rather be at water parks in the summer and, yeah, probably. But the point is, they could. Homeless problem is a huge problem in Toronto. I mean, is it as bad as San Francisco or L.A.? Probably not. But we'll with the proper motivation, and if the snow doesn't hit us till at least December, January, maybe. And of course I gave her my address before. She didn't know it. She had to go through all that, whatever, again. And. I'm kind of switching up the facts here. Whatever. The point is, the whole date, she seemed kind of scared, and which, again, if you're a bigger guy like me, it does not help for my self-esteem. It just. And then she wanted to go for a little drive afterwards, and then we tried to go to the beaches there, and that's always a happy place at night. And, of course, that didn't work out. And then I even said at one point, we could just park right here, walk around the boardwalk. And she kept going past all the exits, and I'm telling her this, and she's kind of ignoring me while I mean, keep in mind, we're both in the car, like literally a foot away from each other. And then she's like, oh, there it is. Oh, I missed it. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe next time. Oh, it just it just wasn't meant to be, you know. And I'm like, just please drop me off. I have to go home. I can't do this. I can't do this. And you know, I of course, you know, I'm a guy. I tried to, you know, kiss her after, and she's like, I don't kiss on the first date. I'll get just a little peck, whatever, and that's it. You know, I'm lucky if I got that, and yeah, you know, that was worth the $17 of ice cream. But the point is, I don't know, she kind of disappeared after that, and again, just a lot of bad stuff always happens to her, and it's some things with her daughter there, and I don't know, she, you know, whatever, and you know, cars going by that are way too noisy. The point is, I think I've reached the end of this podcast, and I'd like to say I've reached the end of online dating, or at least for today, ladies and gentlemen. But my God, I mean, online dating is not for the weak. It's not. If you're having a shitty day, don't even bother with online dating that day. Okay? I am fucking exhausted. I'm exhausted. I just want to go to bed. But I'm not going to. You know why? Because I'm going to... The Toronto Blue Jays have tied it up 2-2. And... yeah, I really want them to win. Worst case scenario, we come back here for at least one more game, hopefully 2, and that's it. So, at least somebody has a chance of getting a home run this weekend, and that's it. So like I say, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in a good mood that day, don't try online dating. If you're in a shitty depression mode or whatever, you know, if you got a, you know, fucking, you know, fuck it. If you're not in a good mood, just don't do online dating that day or for a while. Find out what you like about yourself and others and go from there, okay? So, I'm sorry this wasn't more of an uplifting episode, but, you know, fuck it. It is what it is. We all have our bad days, and I don't know. I mean, like Junior Soprano said, these things come in threes. So when it comes to what was it, the doctors, the Malachias and Pandalon, Pandemonium, fucking worst. Well, I shouldn't say the worst company ever, but Paladin. If you ever see these fuckers, you know they got a fucking horse emblem here, you know, and I mean. Yeah, like you ever go behind a horse and get kicked? Yeah, that's what it fucking feels like dealing with these fucks. So I'm just waiting for the trifecta. Hopefully the trifecta is not the Jays losing tonight. So, and that's that. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been another horse-thrilling episode of Computer Love, Part 71. Seriously, who the fuck wakes up happy?